Alrighty, so here we are. It has been officially 6 months since I posted the video. I got laid off from my job a week before my cross-country move, and officially been a year since I've been unemployed. Yeah, it's been a rough year. So I guess this is just going to be kind of like a life update, 1 year post being laid off from my job. And yeah, so let's just get into it and find out like what I've been up to, how the job search has been going, just like what I've been doing over the past year since losing my job. So for starters, let's talk about the job hunting aspect. It sucked. I'm gonna be honest, it sucked. The job market is just really bad and it hasn't gotten any better. I feel like it's gotten worse, honestly. Yeah, I've been applying to so many jobs, like temp jobs, full-time, part-time, contract, whatever it is, you name it. I've been mainly focused on finance roles, like finance adjacent roles. So like accounts payable, accounting clerk, accounting assistant, finance admin. I've also been applying to a few administrative assistant jobs as well. And I have not successfully landed any of them. I could probably count on, well, I can't really say one hand anymore, but definitely no more than 2 hands how many interviews I've had over the course of the year. Yeah, like haven't had that many interviews. The interviews I have had, oh, you see the doggy. You see Penny. Hi, Penny. Anyways, the interviews that I have done that have gone really well, they like me, but obviously not enough to hire me. So that's been kind of frustrating. Getting the whole, oh, we really like you spiel, but it's just like, well, obviously not enough to bring me on board. So yeah, so that's been a little rough. I have been working with a couple different recruiters over the course of the year, one of them being Robert Half, and I'm not going to make a smear campaign on them, but all I'm going to say is that for years I have wanted to get in with them so bad because they have like a lot of good jobs, and I've always tried for years to try to get through, to get like in with a recruiter in their system, speak to someone. And I finally was reached out to by a recruiter, and she pretty much fell off the face of the earth. And since then, I have been in communication with, I want to say 2 different recruiters with Robert Half, and I've gotten nowhere with them. Like, they are terrible at communication. I just don't understand. Like, I can be doing everything on my end, following up, checking in, saying, hey, I'm still available and looking for jobs, and I will not hear anything from them. Like, if I don't reach out, I won't hear from them. And half the time, even if I do reach out, I still won't hear from them. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Maybe Robert Half has worked better for other people, but unfortunately they have not worked for me, and it's kind of been very disappointed because, like I said, for years I have always wanted to get in with them and try to get a job through them, and it's crazy that I've spoken to 3-4 different people and they've gotten me nowhere. So yeah, that's great. Moving on, another recruiter that I've been working with is this recruiter with CFS, Creative Financial Staffing. And her name is Mel, and she's been great. She has honestly been like the best experience that I've had working with a recruiter, like in all my years of working. She's very communicative. She, gets back to me. She's always thinking of me. Sometimes she'll take like that extra step when presenting me to clients, just because I do have 3 years of accounts payable experience, and some expense reporting experience as well, but those were from like 7+ years ago. So obviously the experience is not recent. So that's another thing that's been hard for me trying to get back into a finance adjacent role, is because I've been out of that type of role for so long. But like when I first connected with her, she would even take like extra steps to see if the client is okay with someone who's just getting their foot back into the door, or someone who's has experience but hasn't been in it for a while and is trying to re-enter the industry. And she's been great. I've gotten a couple, well, maybe like 2 or 3 interviews since working with her. But like I said before, these people will like me but not want to move me to the next round or select me, for hire. So it's been a little frustrating, and things have kind of slowed down towards the end of the year. Things have like really slowed down and leading into the beginning of the year. So she hasn't really brought many new opportunities to me in the past like couple months, but I'm hoping that things will change. Hopefully there'll be some movement with that. But yeah, other than that, it's just been, whatever I see on Indeed, on LinkedIn that I'm interested in, I'll apply for it. And yeah, I'm just practically hoping for the best at this point. It's been rough. As far as unemployment goes, yeah, that ran out 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so mid-March. So don't have assistance anymore. It's definitely going to be like, if it was rough before, it's gonna be even more so now, because I don't have that stable weekly money coming in anymore for my bills. So I have to find alternative ways to make money now. Luckily, I did file my taxes already, and I did get my taxes back like a month and a half, almost 2 months ago. So I set that money aside to go towards my April bills. Some other things that I've been up to since I got laid off and in my 1 year post layoff journey. As I mentioned in my last video, I was in school. I finished my last class a month ago. Yay, I'm finally done. Woo! It's been a long time coming, but I was in school from the beginning of the year up until beginning of March, and I completed my final class for my degree in graphic communications, and I got an A in the class as well, period. But yeah, so that pretty much took over my life for 2 months. I was just focused on school. What else have I been up to? So as far as like what I'm doing for my income, aside from unemployment, what else I've been doing? I can't remember if I mentioned this in my, I think I did mention it in my layoff video, but I am still working part-time. I work every other weekend at my friend's business. So I'm still working there, and I've also, something that I have not disclosed at all yet. There's actually a couple things. One thing that I have been doing, and then another that's something else that I've kind of been doing, but it's also more so new-ish. So October of last year, I did start a contract job, project-based, 1099 employee. Well, I don't know if I want to say employee, but 1099 independent contractor. But the funny thing is that the previous CEO at the last job that I had, before he sold the company, and then we went through 2 company buyouts, and then eventually they decided to just get rid of us. But anyways, the original owner of the last company that I worked for, him and the sales and marketing manager, director, whatever you want to call her, they decided to join forces and start another company with the same products. Of course, expanding. They plan to take it much further than with the last job. So the last job that I worked at was Bright Day Calendars, and I was basically in charge of our wall calendar line. So I handled everything walls, from creating ISBNs, UPCs, image selection, creating the master sheet on Google Sheets that has all of our products, making sure all the information on there is correct, meeting with the sales team to decide on which titles that we're going to get rid of and titles that we potentially want to bring on board. And yeah, just putting the calendars together, outputting them. I was also the liaison for our Calendars for a Cause line, which is the calendars that we work with different nonprofit organizations, and we would donate a proceed of sales to them. So I was a liaison point of contact for that, as well as some of our licensed partners. And yeah, I loved my job, loved what I did. It was unfortunate that, they decided to nix the whole team. So that's in the past. It is what it is. I'm just glad that, if that never happened, it wouldn't have led me to the position that I'm in now, which is, like I said, previous CEO and sales and marketing manager decided to join forces and start a new company, a new calendar company. Yeah, so I reached out, and it actually ended up being an amazing thing because they had already planned on reaching out to me anyway for assistance. So that was great. Yeah, so since October, I've been helping them, basically doing the same thing that I was doing in my last job, creating calendars, image selection, cropping, file naming, creating UPCs. Thank God we don't have to deal with ISBNs anymore because that was a lot of work. So that's great that we are strictly only UPCs now. And yeah, and then also being that point of contact for our nonprofits that we're going to be working with, which we're going to be starting under a new line called Pause for a Cause. And yeah, things are going to be really different this time around because they're planning on expanding beyond wall calendars and planners and to-dos. They want to get into other paper products like wrapping paper and apparel like shirts and hoodies and cell phone cases, things like that. So it's really exciting. There's lots of opportunity for growth. And so that's what I've been doing since October. Like I said, I am 1099 contract right now. The company is still in their startup phase. It's only been around for a little over 2 years. So we're quite not at a point yet to where I'm a full-time salaried employee yet. Literally everybody is 1099 independent contractors right now. But the goal is that by around this time next year, I should be transitioning to a salaried role. So yeah, once again, like I said, I get paid based on, the projects, and my role is actually transitioning. I'm going to actually be moving away from calendars in this upcoming year and solely focusing on our Pause for a Cause line and social media and marketing, which is something I want to get into. So I'm super excited for that. Trying to find ways that I can utilize this graphic communications degree, okay? So that took me forever to get, and that I am $70-something thousand in debt for because I've been in and out of school for years, and I wasn't the smartest with my money from school in the earlier years, so now I'm paying for it later, but it is what it is. Woe is me. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. We'll see what happens with this, but in the meantime, I do still need stable income for now, especially since my unemployment benefits are complete, or as the website says, exhausted. Yeah, so I've been doing that. So like I said, hopefully things will progress Things will progress with this position with the new calendar company. We shall see. But in the meantime, like I said, the pay is project-based / commission, so I can't really solely rely on that right now. So I've been hunting for trying to find work. Once again, same as what I've been doing the past year, looking for, a full-time position or at the bare minimum part-time where I'd make at least the same amount of money that my unemployment was bringing in at the bare minimum, so I can still, pay my bills and not have to worry and, try to pay down some debt because I have accumulated a lot of debt over the course of the year. So I'm really trying to find something so I can get my situation situated, okay? Something else that I've also been getting into, because like I said, we gotta try to find alternative ways to make money. So towards the end of November of last year, I decided to take a risk and invest in myself. And I joined a coaching program. It's called UGC Mastery Academy. And in the beginning, I went into it with a like struggle mentality mindset, like, and also just like a mindset of, how am I gonna afford this? I can't afford this. I've never seen myself as an entrepreneur. I've never seen myself really starting a business. I'm scared. What if I'm going to fail? Just like a kind of like a negative mentality. The crazy thing is that like I knew that I could do something like this because I have no problem being in front of a camera. I'm very natural talking in front of a camera. I'm always like recording and like filming videos. You know, like I said, I've had this platform since high school, so I'm not shy when it comes to being in front of a camera. I was a theater kid in high school. I just knew it was something that I could do, but everything else was just kind of like scary. Like, should I be doing this? Because literally like at this point, my unemployment was gonna be ending in less than 4 months. I still didn't have like a stable, consistent job. And I was just like, is this really a smart thing for me to do right now? But I was like, you know what? Fuck it, we ball. And I was just like, I'm just gonna take the leap of faith and see what happens, see where it takes me. I'll figure it out. You know, this is the first time where I've ever took like a big risk like this. I'm not really a huge risk taker. I'm very cautious. I'm very like meticulous. I like to plan things out. So I'm not a super spontaneous risk taker in general. So this was really big for me, but I'm so glad that I did it, because doing this, and now I'm nearing the end of my program. My program ends next Tuesday, I believe, is my last day in the program. The program is a 90-day program, and it teaches you everything about UGC, like creating a portfolio, pitching to brands, the difference between organic usage and paid usage, and just like everything like in between. And then like, it's really thorough, and it's almost like taking a college course, like college classes. You literally have assignments that you have to do. It teaches you about like script writing. So we had script writing assignments, portfolio creation, pitching is the last stage. But there was just like so many things that like I learned through this course. A couple things that like I was already, you know, hip to, just because like I said, I am a graphic communications major, and I've also been creating content for years. So some things that I was familiar with already, but there was a lot of things that like I was excited to learn about, like scripting and pitching to brands and whatnot. So it's been fun. It's been like, I knew I was going to enjoy myself, just because like I said, I could see myself doing this. But in the beginning, coming into this, I just had like a lot of doubts about myself in regards to like my situation, in regards to, I've never really had like a business mindset, like a business mentality. So I was just like worried about a lot of different things in that regard. But like going through this program has really shifted my mindset a lot. And it's amazing. Like I feel like I'm coming out of this a different person than when I came into it. I just feel like the world is my oyster and I can do anything, you know? It's been great. And then it's also been like exciting when I finally got to the pitching stage. And I do use Bento for bulk pitching, but I do also try to use other platforms to pitch, like Reddit, X, or Twitter. It'll always be Twitter to me. I've been applying to things on Backstage. I've been exploring other platforms like Coley and Vidsy, Breakaway. Yeah, so there's a lot of different platforms out there for UGC creators to find opportunities. And, you know, I've just been dibbling and dabbling in all of them, trying to find the one that works best for me. So far, it's seeming like Bento is giving me like the most results compared to everything else. But, you know, I'm still trying. I don't want to solely rely on just Bento. Yeah, so I'm still trying to find which platform works best for me. But it's been great, like, so far. So I haven't landed my first paid deal yet. Still working on that. But I have landed a few gifted collabs, and I'm super excited about that. I actually just finished my first gifted collab, and I sent it to the brand and I posted it on my Instagram as well, tagged them as a collaborator, and I'm so excited. That was fun to do and that was so exciting. I might insert a little clip here.
Oh my God. Oh my God, this is actually genius.
Okay, so I got these dirty soda concentrates and I'm about to find out if they're actually worth the hype. First up is the Flav Raspberry Cream with the Cola Olipop, because I feel like this is just gonna be the perfect cream soda.
Ooh. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is actually genius. It tastes exactly like how I want a cream soda to be. Like, oh my gosh, where has this been my whole life?
But yeah, I have a few other brands that are possibly in the work. Well, actually, no, I have another brand that's definitely in the works. I'm just waiting for them to finish with my custom made product and send that out to me. Once I receive it, then I can actually do the video. Aside from those two, I do have a few other gifted collabs that are in the works. So super excited about that because I'm trying to build my portfolio. Originally, I had 5 videos on there. Now, since I finished this last one, I can add that. So now I have 6 videos on my profile and I'm trying to build that up. I do have 2 UGC example videos in the works. So that'll be 2 more videos to add to my portfolio. Still have to finish filming for those 2 separate videos. But yeah, it's been exciting, like just hearing back from these brands and knowing that, oh, there is real potential in this. So keep your fingers crossed for me. Wish me good luck on trying to land my first paid brand deal. I know once that paid one comes, it'll open the floodgates for everything. But for now, I am happy with the gifted collabs that I am landing. I'm just really hoping that paid one comes through. And not to say that like it's not possible at all, because I have received 2 potential paid deals, but unfortunately I had to turn them both down. One was because the product that they wanted me to do a video on had really bad reviews on TikTok, and I was like, well, I won't say it had really bad reviews, but it had a lot of not great reviews, and I was just like, I'm a stickler for reviews, and the product was also shapewear, and I was just like, I love shapewear, and I was just like, ooh, I'm a real stickler for reviews when it comes to like purchasing things. So I was like, let me check the reviews for this product before I accept this trial, this paid trial collaboration. And I checked the reviews, didn't really like what I saw, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna go with this. So I turned that down. And then there was another opportunity that was presented to me that was paid, but I had to turn that down because the campaign that they were running, that they were looking for creators for, it wouldn't have really worked with me. I feel like it wouldn't have been authentic. So I had to turn that down, but I did express to them that I would love to work with them and to please keep me in mind for any future campaigns that they may have. So I do plan on following up with them before the end of Q2. Q2 has just started, so, and I feel like I know why, the reason for, I think they're running that particular campaign for a holiday, and I think that's why. Yeah, it wouldn't have worked out for me, so I had to turn it down, but I'm hopeful that I'll have another opportunity with them, and yeah. But in the meantime, you know, I'm just trying to continue hustling, applying or pitching to these brands, and, you know, applying to other jobs outside of, you know, UGC, just like regular, you know, jobs that I've been trying to apply to over the course of the last year. But yeah, so those are the things that I have been up to. As I've mentioned before, you know, unemployment has run out, and I do have this contract job and a new project that I took on recently that I will get paid for come, I want to say I'll get the pay for that May 1st, maybe? Sometime the very beginning of May. So that'll cover another month of bills, and then I have my tax refund, which is currently covering my bills for this month. I've already started paying on some of my bills. So yeah, my only other options at this point, either go back to donating plasma or to go back to doing Instacart. I have not done Instacart in almost 2 years, which is like really crazy to say. I think it's been almost 2 years. Because I want to say, I think it was May of 2024. Yeah, it was May of 2024 because we went to EDC in 2024 that same month. So I think, no, it was either March. It was either March or May of 2024. It was the last time I did Instacart, and I haven't donated plasma in about a year now. Yeah, those are my options. I am signed up for Amazon Flex, so that's also another option, another route that I may have to take as well. But I'm really, really hoping that either this UGC thing like takes off and I start getting some paid brand deals, or I find a full-time or a part-time job so I have that stable income and will be okay, and I don't have to go back to relying on my card to do these like side hustles, because gas is expensive, okay? Like the way that gas prices are now. And then I've been seeing online that they're watering down the gas. I don't know what they're doing to the gas, but it's not like pure whatever the hell it is. They're like doing something to the gas so it's not even lasting as long. So I'm just like, I don't have time to be fooling around trying to use my car to go shop for people or do Amazon Flex orders when gas is not lasting as long as it should and the gas prices are expensive as hell. So I'm really hoping like a job comes through for me, because I do not want to have to go back to relying on my car, especially with the way the economy is right now. I'm really praying that I don't have to do that. Yeah, so that's all that I have been up to over the past year. Just a quick little recap. I was in school. I'm graduating in May with my bachelor's degree in graphic communications. Still working at my part-time receptionist job every other weekend. I'm working a 1099 contract job for a new calendar stationery publishing company, working with my previous colleagues, 3 of my previous colleagues. So that's been great to work with them again. And yeah, we're trying to build this thing up and take off. And I'm also doing UGC as well. I'm a new UGC creator. I signed up for it around Thanksgiving time, and they were also running a Black Friday deal. So I got an extra 30 months on top of my 30 months. Oh my gosh. I got an extra 30 days on top of my 90 days because the program lasts 90 days. And yeah, I started that in December and I'm nearing the end. Next Tuesday is my last day in the program, and I have a test that I need to take to get my certificate of completion. And yeah, so that's what I've been doing. You know, I'm just also trying to be more consistent with my YouTube, trying to build my YouTube up. I'm also trying to grow on Instagram. So, you know, I'm doing all these different things with the hopes that, you know, something will pop off, things will take off, and the money will just come flourishing in. And, you know, I really don't want to have to go back to donating plasma or doing Instacart or doing Amazon Flex. So we shall see. I will probably come back with like maybe like a 3-month update or maybe a 6-month update. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I hope you guys continue to follow me along on my journey. I do have some content for the channel coming soon. If it's not out already before this video, I do have my trip from when I went to Salt Lake City and Park City in Utah, and then I went to Denver immediately after. And I did go to the K1 concert in Denver, so I do have footage from that. So I'm gonna see how much footage I have to put something together. I think I'm gonna combine all of those because I didn't really record as much as I thought I would, but I definitely have footage from the concert. So I know for a fact that will be on here. I'm just not sure if it's going to be a separate video or if it's gonna be all within the same video. Most likely all within the same, because like I said, I didn't really record as much as I thought I would when I was out there. So do have content coming soon. So like I said, we'll see if that video makes it up before this one. If not, it will definitely be the next video after this. And I have some more things coming. Like I said in my last video, I have a lot of concerts planned for the spring and summer, and I'm actually going to see Cardi B this weekend, so expect a little content from that. And yeah, I'm super excited. So I can't wait for you guys to see what I have in store. But yeah, so I'm going to just end the video here. So if you like this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe to me, support me, please. I'd greatly appreciate it. We're trying to grow. Just, leave a comment down below. Like, if you're currently experiencing the same thing that I've been experiencing over the past year, like if you're trying to find a job or if you're unemployed or, whatever the case may be, comment down below. Let's talk about it. It's really rough out here. And I just want to let you guys know that, you're not alone. We're all going through it. We're all in this together. Okay. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.